I wanted to respond to Doomer 49er fans. You know who you are. Just so you understand, when Jimmy Garoppolo was our quarterback, I was a Doomer. I was trashing the team every single day when Jimmy Garoppolo, Jeff Garcia, Trey Lance, Alex Smith was our quarterback. Because I didn't feel we had a reliable path to the Super Bowl. I felt like the other team had to slip on a banana peel for us to get there. I don't feel that pessimism is warranted in this case, and in fact, Vegas agrees with me. We're the favorites to win the Super Bowl, so I don't feel your pessimism reflects reality in this case. But let's get to your comments. Now, this guy says there will be no optimism unless there is a shakeup. I disagree. I think you're all going to be optimistic by August. I think by August, September, you're all going to come around to my way of thinking. By August, you're all going to be optimistic. So really, by disagreeing with me now, you're really just disagreeing with future you. By disagreeing with me, you're disagreeing with your future self. Your future self from August, September agrees with me. So, I don't know, you could save yourself the heartache and just agree with me now, or you can wait 6 months. You can be angry for 6 months. That's up to you, none of my business. As far as a shakeup, I think there's a decent chance Steve Wilkes will go. But either way, you're going to be optimistic by August. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Now here's Binary. Binary says that the people calling for Kyle Shanahan to be fired are acting very feminine. Listen, I won't go that far, but I will say this. The women in my family are like banshees. They're like, bah! Anytime anything goes wrong, they always want to lash out at somebody. No matter what. You know, there's a flat tire, whatever. Because you didn't do this. That's how the women of my family act. And I will just tell you, like this one guy here, this one guy says that Kyle Shanahan is cursed. He's cursed. He's cursed. Do you realize this is like medieval thinking? What you're saying is akin to like doing a rain dance during a drought or sacrificing virgins to try to get a good farming season, a plentiful farming season. Like, this is crazy. I recognize this behavior from the women in my family. I recognize it right away. Like, always want to lash out. No, to lash out at Kyle Shanahan for losing an overtime game in which Christian McCaffrey fumbled the ball, a punt hit a dude's leg, and a missed tipped extra point. I recognize that behavior right away. That's straight out of my my aunt's playbook. That's exactly how my aunts behave. Now this guy says, sorry bro, it's gonna be near impossible to get back here. Here's the thing, you don't even really believe that. Like, if you had to bet your life, you're gonna bet on the Eagles to come out of the NFC? You're gonna bet on the Cowboys? You're gonna bet on Dak Prescott? Who are you gonna bet on? Who are you gonna bet on if your life depended on it? The Packers had a good season, the Lions had a good season. You're not gonna bet your life on it. We all know, the doomers among you, we all know the safest bet is the 49ers. Not that they're gonna do it, but they're the safest bet if your life depended on it. So to sit there and act like you actually believe it's near impossible to get here, you don't even really believe that. You're just angry. I understand. I've been there. Although, in my case, my doomerism was justified. I was right. Jeff Garcia was never going to take us to the Super Bowl. I was right about that. But in this case, the doomerism is unwarranted, in my opinion. My correct 85% winning percentage opinion. Now, some doomers were even taking shots at Brock Purdy, which is... The last time Brock Purdy was on the field, he had the lead. He went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. The last time he was on the field, he had the lead. Okay, the leads were lost. To act like somehow that's now Brock Purdy's fault, to me, that is I recognize that. That is right up my women in my family alley. Rah, rah. That's exactly what they would do if they were football fans. Rah, rah, rah. I recognize that right away. Some other people were saying like, oh, if Kyle Shanahan can't win it with this roster, well, you guys act like. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys even talking about? The ball hit a guy's leg, it bounced around. Christian McCaffrey, what are you talking about? You're ascribing like judgments on random events. I'm sorry, we live in a probabilistic universe. Crazy shit happens. You guys are trying to ascribe like, oh, this is what this means. Oh, blah, 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 because the ball bounced off somebody's leg, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys need to relax. Like, calm down. As far as how will the team, and as far as will the team get better, the team will get better. Because your quarterback is already the best quarterback in the NFC, went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes in overtime, had the lead, hasn't even had 2 seasons in the NFL, is finally going to get an off season to improve. He's an ascending player. Brock Purdy next season will be like signing a top free agent quarterback. Just having Brock Purdy next season fully healthy with a full off season will be like signing like a top free agent. You shore up that O-line even a little bit through the draft, and we're going to put out like unprecedented numbers with or without Ayuk. People are saying like, well, without Dre Greenlaw, our linebackers will be worse. Yeah, but our secondary will be better. It's not a static thing. You guys are thinking about it like, who are we going to plug into this specific scheme? But the reason we play the way we play is because we have the players we have. If the players change, we adjust the way we play. You're not just, it's not a static thing. It's like when KD left the Warriors, they adjusted and still won a championship. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's worse. Now our back end, our secondary, which has been the weakness of the team for like forever, is now quickly becoming a strength. It's young, it's good, it's deep. The doomerism really is unwarranted. I can't find the comment now, but there was a guy here, he was like, oh, we lost so many times in a row, it's never gonna happen. Here's the thing, dude. When Hannibal invaded Rome, he whooped Rome like they had never been whooped before. Over and over and over again. Okay, massive defeats for Rome. You know how long it took for Rome to finally overcome Hannibal? 16 years. 16 years. So shut up, is what I would say. Like, get over it. Like, relax, please. You don't want to be like my aunts. You don't want to be like my aunts. And the Chiefs aren't Hannibal, dude. The Chiefs aren't even Hannibal. The Chiefs are like King Pyrrhus. They're not even Hannibal. The Chiefs are King Pyrrhus. Were you impressed? I wasn't impressed. If not for random bounces of the ball, McCaffrey doesn't fumble, we win that game. I'm not scared of the Chiefs. Like, oh my God, we could never beat them. Man, that's not an irrational take. Vegas agrees with me. So I think the Doomers really need to calm down, and they will by August. They're all going to agree with me, but they're not going to give me credit. They're not going to say, you were right all along. You're right. I am optimistic now. They're not going to do that. They're going to say, no, it's because they fired Steve Wilkes, or because we got so-and-so in the draft. That's why I'm optimistic. You did not predict my state of mind. You cannot predict my behavior. I can. I just did it. 85% winning percentage. That's why I was able to predict your behavior.